A big part of their second half success will be the health of that young man who just left the shot. Julian Person right there. Had that left knee injury. He's been walking around on it. He's been testing it in warm-ups before the second half, and he looks good to go. That's a great sign for the Spartan men.
So here we go. The second half, the second 20-minute stretch. That's Jordan Smith, who made an awful lot of shots in the opening half. Missed that one, and the ball's knocked out of bounds off Case. They'll keep it. Jordan Smith in that opening half had 13 points. He led all scorers.
But he didn't particularly shoot too high of a percentage, though, Ron, at 3 of 8. Free throws were a little bit better at 6 of 8, but that guy is a baller. I mean, that offensively, he is an instant offense type of player and a leader at that starting guard spot.
Jake Fenlon, who also made a 3 in the opening half, has checked into the game for Case. Fenlon is 14. He's got the basketball now. Fenlon top of the key. That's Smith with it. Fenlon, long 3. Wow. You got to wonder, I mean, do you defend all the way out there? I guess you have to. Connor Adele, strong move inside, missed it. And Nate Brooks got the rebound.
Yeah, the thing that makes Chicago so tough to defend is they've got three-point shooters all over the floor. They will spread you out defensively.
Brian Clements with great defense, blocked the shot. Boy, I think Julian Person thought it went off Nate Brooks because Julian clearly could have saved that basketball, chose not to. And Chicago will keep it, 22 seconds to shoot. Person tied up. Holman and Adele come down with the ball. This is Julian now top of the key. Left-hand dribble. Forces a shot and it rolls. Julian Person with a crazy throw, and somehow it went in.
Yeah, he is a fearless, gutsy player. He's going to take a couple of bumps, but he's aware of it. He knows it's going to come. He absorbs it, and he moves on.
Jimmy Holman's going to draw the foul. That was Waller Perez with the spin dribble. Tolman's second. Perez will shoot 2. He was 1 of 2 in the opening half. As a team from the foul line in that first half, Chicago was 7 of 13.
And 6 of those 7 makes by one player in Jordan Smith. So the rest of the squad really didn't have much of anything going from the charity stripe.
Case is after their 15th win of the season. How significant is that? Connor Adele with an elbow shot, missed it. Clements keeps it alive. Julian Person controls it. That's the 3rd time Brian Clements has tapped it out and kept it alive for his teammates. Holman on the drive, drew the foul, glass shot didn't go. He'll shoot 2. How significant is it if they get to 15 wins tonight? They haven't had 15 wins since that 1988-99 season when they won 17. A year ago, they were 14-11. The year before that, 12-13. Then they had 10 wins, 9 wins, 8 wins, 8 wins. This is a season for the ages here for the men's basketball program at Case. You can't overemphasize the importance or the magnitude of tonight's game. It's just huge for this program and for this team. Holman makes his free throws. Timeout on the floor. Case is down 7. We'll take 1-2. We'll be back.
I have this cool cash. What can I do with it?
You can turn it into a hot meal at Rascal House. It's the best value in town.
What do they have there?
Buckets of wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and of course, great pizza.
Are they open late?
You bet. Open every night till 2:30 a.m. And you can even build your own pizza and order it online at rascalhousepizza.com.
Cool. See you at the Spartans game?
Yep, and see you after at Rascal House.
Seven-point game, 2 minutes gone in this second half. Horsburgh Gymnasium, the site of tonight's battle. Perez with it. Connor Riddell comes out, guards him. Lob inside, Clements fronting Brooks. 3 in the air, missed it long. Holman can't get it. Brooks grabs it. Fenlon's going to get another look. Ball fake shot, missed it long again. Oh, ball's tipped out. Ouch. Another 3 if this one goes. Boy, that just really hurts Case. Alex Voss, his 4th three-pointer, he's got 14 points. Well, you keep giving him looks. We talked about that rebounding. Holman threw it away. Here comes Chicago the other way. Voss is going to shoot it again, and Julian Person blocked it. Julian Person saved it, and he barely stepped out of bounds. Chicago will get it back.
Yeah, much to the dismay of the Spartan faithful here. But yeah, they need Person to play well defensively up high, because if there's anybody that's going to be able to disrupt the three-point shooting of the Maroons, it's going to be him with his length and his long arms.
8 threes in the first half. They've got 2 so far here in the second. Clements inside with a foul. Going to send Brooks to the free throw line. Brooks a 51% free throw shooter, so you'd rather send him to the line to shoot 2 than give him that bunny inside. Clements' first foul. Once again, the University of Chicago on the season from the free throw line, 59% as a team. A week ago in Chicago, they shot 44 free throws to 14 for Case. One of the big differences in that game was at the foul line. The other one was rebounding. Case was out rebounded by 19. Person made it.
Well, that emotional leadership, Ron, a little bit more of a factor when you're playing from behind. They get him going, they'll get back into this one in no time.
Perez, another 3 in the air. Voss with his 5th three-pointer. Alex Voss from Cincinnati Moeller leads the team with 35. He's got 5 more. He's got 40 on the season. There he is, spots up 3. Missed this one short. Long rebound, though, comes out to Chicago. Another 3. Clements grabs this rebound. Boy, why not keep launching them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you would figure they would have to cool off from beyond the arc at some point.
Jimmy Holman with a much-needed basket. He's got 16 points. Here's where Case needs to get the stop. On the last 3 possessions, when Case has got a bucket, they've given up one on the other end. Brian Clements with the foul. Nate Brooks drew it. He'll go back to the line. Clements with his 2nd foul.
Yeah, it was really good defense by Clements all the way until that last little bump right before he was about to go up with it.
Brooks is going to shoot 2. That is his first make of the night.
That's the first make by somebody for Chicago not named Waller Perez or Jordan Smith.
They have 8 free throws. Jordan Smith has 5 of the 8. Perez is the other 2.
Eric Black just dropped his mouth guard right underneath the rim right there, and he picks it up off the floor and puts it back in, and he's ready to go to work.
He has the basketball. Little weave out front. This is the Great Dane. Back to Julian Person. Person from Second Baptist in Texas. Via Paris, France. Blocking foul on Voss. That is Voss's 3rd. Sub in for Chicago, it will be Waller Perez. Alex Voss will take a seat with 3 fouls and 15:20 left. They need him. He's got 5 threes and 17 points. Person rolled around, wouldn't go. Jordan Smith. Now it's Barthel. Now with it is Tyler Howard. 15 to shoot. Off a screen, it's Jordan Smith. David Black with a rebound.
Shot bothered by Person, and that's going to be big to try to congest the floor a little bit, to try to give them a little bit less space to work with from behind that three-point arc and try to shrink their game into the mid-range for them.
Julian Person against Barthel. Missed a shot. Eric Black keeps it alive. Kicks it out to his brother. David spots up a three. Missed it short. And he carried the basketball. Tyler Howard with the turnover. Well, Case needs to get David Black on track. He is scoreless. He averages nearly 10 points off the bench. Been a very important part of the success of this basketball team so far this season. Inside 6 minutes into this second half, and Dane McLaughlin is yet to score as well. This is Eric Black working the block, strong move. Went in for the dunk, missed it, but he was fouled on the floor. Push on the floor, Case will inbound it. Fouls on Blaine Crawford.
They do got to get somebody going, Ron, because as nice as it is to have Holman, one of your junior leaders of the team, as your leading scorer, he's probably not going to carry you all the way to the end. So somebody in need to step up.
David Black gets it to roll over the front of the rim.
That'll bring the deficit to within 9. And again, Spartans knocking on the door. They've knocked on the door from within 10 a couple times, but they still need to come up with a big play or two, big couple possessions to take that next step.
Well, they never get this stop the next time down the floor. That has been their Achilles heel. The one possession, they got 2 misses out of Chicago, but Chicago got 3 looks at it and finally made the 3 on the 3rd attempt. Drive, feed, layup and in. Waller Perez with 11. Holman gets the screen, spots up a 3, in and out. David Black up and over the back of Waller or Tyler Howard. So David's going to get the foul. That's his first. Walking the ball up the floor is Tyler Howard for Chicago. His Maroons are in control. They've been in control this entire game, thanks to red-hot shooting from the three-point line and convenient drives like that one.
Yeah, they've really had a good balance of outside three-point shooting as well as points in the paint. It's a good mix that keeps the defense on their heels.
Foul inside on Chicago. David Black missed the shot, but the foul was after the shot. Case will have it out on the baseline. Fouls on Blaine Crawford, his 3rd. They'll check him out, and they'll bring back in Nate Brooks. On the floor for Case, Matt Clark has checked in. Clark is scoreless off the bench. 3 in the air. And it's missed by David Black. David just unable to find his range tonight. He rarely has a night like tonight from the outside. Second on the team with 38 threes. 43% shooter from the field. Jordan Dean's going to step in for Jimmy Holman. Holman's out with 16 points. Jordan Dean had 2 in the opening half. This is Person on defense. Clark with a steal. And a foul on Chicago. Clark got the steal, and pushing him to get it back was Jake Fenlon.
Yeah, Ron, it kind of feels like the Spartans almost want to shoot themselves back into the game, but with the substitution of Clark, that's a guy that can defend up high and try to get you some easy transition buckets, so it's a good substitution subbing out the point guard Holman for the junior forward Matt Clark.
Matt Clark will go in. Almost got the look at a three-point play. So Clark's going to shoot 2. Foul's going to go against Waller Perez. It's his second. Matt Clark looking for his first points of the evening. Clark, a 76% free throw shooter on a team that shoots 75% from the foul line. If they can score with the clock stopped, that is a good thing. Sub in, a very hot shooter right now. Alex Voss has checked back into the game. Voss has 5 3-pointers, 17 total points. Voss with the basketball. Person's on him. This is Barthel with it with David Black on him. Now it's Brooks working against Eric Black. Spot up 3 around the rim, won't go. Clark with the rebound. Clark again drove to the basket, missed the layup. Voss with the rebound. Fans wanted a foul. Chicago in no hurry, Eddie. Another 3 from Fenlon. David Black fighting for the rebound.
But they have not been reluctant to shoot the 3.
No.
Whether it's early in the shot clock or late in the shot clock, if the triple is even close to being there, they're going to trigger.
Well, that's a turnover that's costly, especially if it turns into points the other way. Chicago gave it back. Spencer Boyd, Dave McLaughlin off the bench.
Well, if you want to shoot yourself back into the game, I'm not sure how you can do it without the Great Dane on the floor. So the right substitution at the right time for the Spartans to try to spread the floor and get one of your 1,000-point scorers into the game.
The deficit is 11. 11 minutes left, 11 points down. Number 11 with the basketball, and he threw it away. Nate Brooks inside against Eric Black. Brooks is 4. The lead is at 13.
Too easy that time for Brooks. I mean, I know that's his offhand with his left hand, but he laid it in with relative ease. Gotta contest a little bit more.
Inside shot was missed. Eric Black keeps it alive. Barthel comes down with it for Chicago. Clark still fighting in the backcourt. Fenlon spots up a 3. That one would have been hard to take if that would have dropped. Eric Black with the rebound. That would have given Chicago a 16-point lead with 10 minutes left to play. McLaughlin for 3. Missed it short, skipped over the rim.
And I think they'll take a couple misses from McLaughlin from 3-point range, because sometimes it takes a number of looks to really get hot. McLaughlin really hasn't had too many looks from triple land, so they'll have to take a couple. Hopefully it doesn't take them too long, though.
Brooks with it against Eric Black. Brooks, strong move. Boy, quick drop step. Brooks has got 6 all in the second half.
Brooks is the one guy, Ron, that keeps the defense honest. You have to pay attention to him down low, despite the 3-point shooting of Chicago.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1, 2. We'll be back. Spartans down 15.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-40 4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Case trying to figure it out on their bench. They've really struggled from the field in this second half. They are 0 for 5 from the three-point stripe. Only 4 of 15 from the field overall. Shooting 26% from the field. 0 from the three-point stripe in the second half. They were down 7 at halftime. They're now down 15. Big crowd here tonight to see a battle for first place. Both teams came into tonight's contest tied for first place. Good crowd, good atmosphere. Got the pep band here. A lot of activities at halftime surrounding this game. Free pizza night from the Provost. All that's left is a comeback win for Case. McLaughlin for a three off the inbound. First points of the second half for Dane McLaughlin.
And the first triple of the second half for the Spartans. Hopefully that opens a few things up.
Well, here's where they need that stop. I mean, obviously they need several, but they need one right here. Every time Case has hit what's considered a big basket, Chicago has answered. So the Spartans are going to get a chance here, Eddie, to cut this lead back down to 10 again. As a look at that Case bench, it's been one of the strengths this year. I mean, 5 guys off of that bench play nearly just as many minutes for Coach Sean McDonald as the 5 starters.
And they've got 14 points off of the bench tonight. Solid production, but they need more.
Connor Riddell, they left him alone. He drove the lane. Boy, he's had a real big night. He's got 7 points. That's a big night for Connor Riddell. He's there for defense and rebounding and to protect the middle. And when you can get 7 points out of him, that is a plus. This is Spencer Boyd, speaking of a good defender. McLaughlin guarding baseline. Holman picked it. Nice job by Dane McLaughlin. Jimmy Holman stepped in the passing lane. Here comes Julian Person the other way. So we're inside 8 minutes. And Case can cut the lead to 8 with a bucket. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Case will keep it. 23 seconds to shoot.
Well, I like the play right there by Person going to his left. Because of his length, odds are he's going to at least draw a foul if he goes into the lane trying to go to the rim. You have to like the play, but do got to get closer to the basket.
Connor Riddell hands off to Holman. Holman back to Julian Person and a blocking foul by Barthel. Fouls on Colin Barthel. That is his second foul. Team's 7th. So Person's going to shoot 1 and 1. Last time we were here 3 weeks ago, Julian Person really hit big free throws down the stretch of a game to win it for Case against Brandeis.
Tell you what, Ron, this crowd must know the comfortability of Person, because every time he's taken a big free throw, the last 5, going back to the last time we were here, it got this quiet. And it doesn't feel like it ever gets that quiet for anybody but Julian Person.
All right, here's step 2. They need another stop. Boyd on defense. Boyd with a nice switch. Julian Person doubles up. Spencer Boyd with Voss. That's Connor Riddell. Julian Person steps in. Ball's knocked out of bounds off of. They'll say it's off Case. Chicago's going to keep it. They'll have 12 seconds to shoot. (67-59). Case is down 8. 7:20 left. 5 to shoot. This is Voss. Gets a screen from Brooks. Boy, that was a moving pick. Alex Voss does not miss. He's got 19. Connor Riddell against Brooks. Turns around and dunks it.
That's as good of an offensive performance from Adele as I've seen him in a Spartan uniform. I mean, he is this close to double figures when his main responsibility is not to score inside, to play defense.
Brooks traveled with the ball twice, uncalled, gets the layup. He's got 8. He took that ball, ran 3 steps with it. This is Holman. Back to Connor Adele with a ball fake and a drive. Brooks fouled him. That's 3 on Nate Brooks. Connor Adele's going to shoot 2. Clock is stopped at 6:28. 8 team fouls for Chicago, so 2 more, and Case is shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way.
Been a really good contest between those two tonight. Adele and Brooks going at it down low, with both teams really stocked up with 3-point shooters. Those 2 guys have been the bright spots for their teams on the post.
Connor Adele with 11.
Does he just look more focused to you, Ron, Adele, offensively? I've seen a focus from him tonight.
Focus, confidence,
yeah.
You know, either any of those you could use. Comfortable. This is Adele on defense. And he just tugged him. He's going to send him to the free throw line. Well, it's a good strategy. It's like following Shaq in the NBA years ago. Brooks obviously very athletic and hard to guard inside. He's got great quickness for a big man. His drop step is fantastic. Case has had trouble with him all night inside, so foul him, send him to the foul line where he's a 51% free throw shooter. And that's exactly what he's done so far tonight. He was 2 for 4 before that miss.
Well, that's why you send him to the free throw line. Anytime that the ball touches the hands of a player who does not shoot a high free throw percentage, you want to send him to the line because you don't want to give up threes.
Missed them both. And the important thing was Case got the rebound. This is Holman with it. Now it's Julian Person. Person, that's a 3. Missed it long, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. Chicago will get it back. Boy, if that thing drops, the place erupts. That would have cut the lead to 5 with 5:55 left. Sean McDonald would love to get his 15th win of the season. Case is 9-0 at home this year. 8-0 rather. Looking to go 9-0. Good first step. Fouls on the floor. Push on Dane McLaughlin. That is the 6th team foul on Case. So Chicago's going to keep it. They'll have it underneath. Inbound under the basket. Voss off the inbound. But Chicago gets that long rebound. Eddy, that offensive rebound, that long keep the possession alive rebound has killed Case all night long. A pushback, shot was missed. Spencer Boyd up and gets it. Here comes Holman the other way. Crowds on their feet. The student section's right in front of Case now. They need it. Jimmy Holman got it. Jimmy Holman's got 18. Case is within 6.
This has been Jimmy Holman's best offensive performance. That little push off and the fadeaway. He's doing what makes him comfortable.
Spencer Boyd got run over. Connor Adele thought he got all ball, but they're going to call a foul on Adele. Shooting 2 will be Jordan Smith.
Ron, really quick, going back to the offensive rebounding. At one point, the Spartans had out offensive rebound Chicago 7-2. Since that point, 12-6 on the offensive glass in favor of Chicago.
Jordan Smith. Well, that was one of the keys that Coach McDonald thought was important in this game, was that rebounding. I mean, that sounds obvious, but they got out-rebounded so badly in that first game that it was very significant for this one. So Smith makes 1 of 2. Leads at 7. McLaughlin feeds Holman for 3. He's been hot all night. Missed it. Connor Adele went up for a rebound. Who's the foul on? They're going to call it on Connor Adele. They're going to call it on Voss. Foul's going to go on Voss. That's his 4th. Boy, if they can get Alex Voss off the floor, that is a good thing. Because this young man from Cincinnati has just been unbelievable.
I was going to say, that's a big foul. That's a big foul. I mean, you still have almost 5 minutes left in the game. That's a big foul.
He's got 4 fouls, 19 points. And Adele makes a free throw.
Well, earlier,
They're going to get Voss off right now, Eddie.
good for them. You know, earlier we talked about the focus from Adele. How about Adele from the line? He's made his last 3.
So they trade free throws, both 1 of 2 from the line on their last 2 possessions, both teams. And the lead remains at 6 for Chicago. Holman, defense on the baseline, blocked the shot, back up and in though. Boy, good job by Tyler Howard for staying with the play.
Well, it wasn't exactly an offensive rebound, but it was a brief breath of fresh life for the Maroons.
Person drives hard, scooped it, missed it. Here comes Chicago the other way. Boy, almost giving the ball back to Case was Tyler Howard. Barthel with it. They're going to swing it to Jordan Smith with Spencer Boyd on him. Adele switches on the screen. Works it inside to Brooks against Person. Missed the shot. Boy, that was a late foul, a late whistle. The shot was missed, the rebound was grabbed, and then the whistle was blown. It was almost like the whistle was blown on the rebound, on boxing out, not on the shot itself, but it's going to be a shooting foul.
Yeah, Person just did not have very good positioning right there down low. Brooks was right in the exact spot he wanted to be, to just go straight up with it and try to lay it in. But at the very least, they send him to the free throw line, where Chicago has not had much success recently.
Well, Nate Brooks banks it in. What is that in the playground? Did you call that bank, they say?
Yeah. Could also say the banks are open if they're making them.
Yeah. 9-point game, inside 4. Case with some work to do. This is Person. Julian has just not had it tonight. He's got 12 points, but he just doesn't have that offensive rhythm that he usually has.
Yeah, he's trying to will his team back into the game, and it's an admirable effort. But for one reason or another, it could be the knee injury, to be honest with you.
He hurt his knee early on, missed probably 5 minutes of game action, then came back in. We obviously have no idea how significant that was or if it bothers him. Spencer Boyd is trying to drive. Tyler Howard's going to pick up a foul. Spencer Boyd's going to shoot 2 because that is the 10th team foul on the University of Chicago.
Ron, but even if Person is not playing at 100% right now, he can still have an influence on this game with his presence at the three-point line and his length defensively.
Spencer Boyd, just a 60% free throw shooter. His gift to this team is not his shooting, it's his defense and his rebounding and his quickness. He's a fantastic defender and just a surprise rebounder. But he makes 1 of 2, and his Spartan teammates will take that. Mike McGrath wants a timeout for Chicago. He'll get it. His team's up 8, 3:08 left. It's 75-67, Chicago over Case. We'll take 1-2. We'll be back.
I have this cool cash. What can I do with it?
You can turn it into a hot meal at Rascal House. It's the best value in town.
What do they have there?
Buckets of wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and of course, great pizza.
Are they open late?
You bet. Open every night till 2:30 a.m. And you can even build your own pizza and order it online at rascalhousepizza.com.
Cool. See you at the Spartans game?
Yep, and see you after at Rascal House.
Three minutes, 8 seconds left. Does Case have enough to come back and win this one? The fans in attendance sure hope so. There's a lot of them. On that student section side, it is completely packed. The camera shot that you see is on the bench sides. The side that you cannot see is absolutely jam-packed. Defensive stop. There's step 1. Person out top, it's Jimmy Holman. Holman's been red hot, he's got 18. Holman to Eric Black. Black with a dunk, 2 hands up and down for the freshman. That is the first basket of the second half for Eric Black. Julian Person just got knocked to the floor by Tyler Howard in the backcourt. No call. Here comes Alex Voss. Voss with 4 fouls and 19 points, including 5 3-pointers. There's a 3. Barthel missed it. Person with the rebound.
That's exactly the shot that the Spartans wanted Chicago to take, is not a hot three-point shooter from the corner.
Holman to Eric Black again with a dunk. Eric goes up with 2 hands on a feed from his teammate Jimmy Holman.
On the earlier possession run, they were looking for the triple, but there's still plenty of time to take to try to get a 2.
The crowd's on their feet. Chicago is worried. They've taken the timeout. 2:08 left. It's 75-71 Chicago. Spartans are on their way back. We'll be back.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Chicago will have the ball as both teams come out of their timeout huddles. Tyler Howard will inbound it for Chicago. He's number 11, standing at the bottom of your frame. There's a look at that student section that's bringing life and energy to this gym right now. Dane McLaughlin will defend the inbound. Long pass to Jordan Smith. Spencer Boyd and Julian Person come out on him. This is Alex Voss. Voss loses the basketball. Person ties it up. Voss is going to get it back. Voss for 3 in the air, missed it long. Rebound, Dane McLaughlin. Jimmy Holman's gonna bring it up and set it up for Case. High screen from Eric Black. Holman dribbles in, missed the shot. Boy, they got exactly what they were looking for. The defense slid to Eric Black, who had dunked on the last 2 possessions, and Holman got a wide open look and he just missed it. Stepping out of bounds is Jordan Smith. Good defense by Eric Black, taking away the baseline. Case is going to get it back with another chance to cut the lead to 2. Holman's going to let that ball just fall. He's going to save seconds on the clock. This is Person with a ball fake. Julian the senior with Voss on him. Julian Person, dribble in, kicks it out. Holman and Spencer Boyd out top. This is Jimmy, feeds it to Eric Black. Ball's tipped up in the air, off the glass and went in. Can you believe that?
Wow, the Spartans get the lucky break that they needed. One more bucket and we'll have a tie game.
Inside a minute to play. Case is down 2. Chicago with 12 on the shot clock. Person reaches in. This is Tyler Howard. Now it's Jordan Smith. 5 seconds to shoot. Holman with defense. Smith throws one up, missed it. 30 seconds left. Jimmy Holman with the basketball. Case is down a bucket. Holman's got it. Shot clock's off. We're at 22 seconds. This is Person, the senior. Gets a screen from McLaughlin. Julian dribbles in, kicks it out. Boyd. Boyd loses the basketball. Voss got it. Spencer Boyd lost the basketball. Case had the foul. And they fouled the hottest shooter on this basketball team right now. No choice, he's the one that had it. Voss will go to the foul line. He's got 19 points. 15 of those 19 have come from three-point land. David Black's going to step in for Spencer Boyd.
You only need him to miss one, Ron. Stay alive in this game. You only need one miss. You call a timeout. Try to get a quick 3 at the other end.
This is a 1-and-1. Mike McGrath from Chicago calls a timeout. He wants to talk to his team about what happens if they make it and what happens if they miss it. 12 seconds remain. Case is down 3. Chicago's got an opportunity to make it a 4-point lead. That'll happen after this timeout. We'll be back.
Experience style and sophistication at the revitalized Cleveland Marriott downtown at Key Center. An ideal location for meetings and gatherings of any size, Cleveland Marriott offers stunning views of Lake Erie and the breathtaking city skyline. Newly renovated, this 25-story Cleveland hotel boasts 400 guest rooms with sleek furnishings, an indoor pool, and fitness center. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
Chicago's in their huddle. The one with the head in the towel that you just can't see now. Mike McGrath just stood up. Is Alex Voss, who's going to be at the free throw line. Voss wears number 32. He's got 20 points. 19 of those 20 have come from the field. 15 of those 20 have come from three-point land. Number 32, Alex Voss from Loveland, Ohio. Moeller High School in Cincinnati, a junior. This is the Case bench. They, of course, are talking about what they'll do in the final 12 seconds. If the shot is missed and Case gets the rebound, they can get a quick 2 foul and try to work the game that way. Or they can get the rebound, try to get a quick 3 and tie this game up. There's a couple of options, but with 12 seconds, there aren't many left.
They do have 3 timeouts. And Sean McDowell, I do believe, will use those to his advantage.
Big free throw here as Alex Voss steps to the line. Missed it. Eric Black with the rebound. 10 seconds left. Jimmy Holman with the basketball. 8 seconds left. Holman dribbles off the glass, rolled around, wouldn't go. Chicago got the rebound. That's exactly what Case tried to do. They tried to get it down the floor quickly, get an easy layup, and they just didn't convert.
They had one of their hottest players go right to the rim, and Jimmy Holman, but most of his points have come on the fadeaway too. But I mean, you couldn't draw it up any better. You get the ball in the hands of your experienced point guard, but all it really boiled down to is that they just did not get the roll, and on top of that, could not get the one rebound that they needed all night long. Just could not come up with it.
So Voss is going to get 2 now, because what's changed is that was the 10th team foul. So regardless if he makes or misses the first one, he gets the second one. It is a 4-point game with 4 seconds left. Made them both. They will defend the inbound, so Case has to pick the ball up. Long pass, it's going to go out of bounds, or actually it's picked off by Waller Perez. And that is going to wrap it up. 2.8 seconds left. Chicago goes back to the line. Waller Perez will shoot 2. They've got a 5-point lead. Case had battled all the way back with 3 minutes left. They were down 8. They went on a 6-0 run, and with a minute left, they were down 2 at 75-73. They had the basketball with a chance to tie or take the lead, and they turned it over. And the rest have been free throws. And that's it. Spartans obviously dejected as they walk off the floor. Chicago happy to escape with a win in Cleveland.